Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at the usual suspects: the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, the USO, the UUP, and the GLD. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So today is the first trading day of the year, and it's been a great day so far. A couple shorts came in play, and here we are trading again, and right back into the groove, guys. Let's get right to the SPY. So let's look at these usual suspects. So right now we did close above the 20 MA. We did have a closing print right at 225.14, but for some reason they plowed it up at 225.24. So we have closed above the 20 MA again on the daily chart. So right now, technically, we're a little bit bullish. We are above the MAs at this point. We'll see what action brings tomorrow. We did have 91 million shares on the day, so not a crazy trading day, but it was very interesting intraday action, though. As the markets opened, just kind of pretty much faded throughout the day. And at the very end, they pushed it up to close it above the MA, the daily 20 MA. So it was kind of suspect to me, but we'll have to take what they give us because we're not a big institutional buyer or seller. We're just a small retail trader trying to make money here every day, whether it's scalping or taking day trades. So, or swing trades, that is too. So right now, nothing wrong with the SPY. Let's go into the IWM. IWM, same thing, daily chart. This one was up 27. What was it up? 67 cents on the day. They tried getting it above the 20 MA on the daily chart, and it did close again, but we are slightly bearish moving along here. Hey, Happy New Year, brother. How's everything going today? A little bit crazy. We had a pretty good trade on Google and another trade on Tesla today, and I guess Tesla was tanking after hours. Again, every time we trade Tesla, get a couple bucks, it goes always another 10 bucks down. So, but interesting action today on the indexes, but pretty much, fade throughout the day. If you look at the 10-minute on the IWM, same crap, gaps up. And then look at that. I mean, it gaps up, comes in, hits the 200 M fade. So you got a little bit of distribution coming in here, comes around. At the very end, you got the shorts covering. And that's why I think we kind of popped up into the end. Shorts were covering because if you went short here, you went short last week, you took a little bit of profits, and thank you very much. How do you think Tesla and Apple look? We'll look at that in a minute, Joshua. Let me look through the indexes first. Get through these. The Qs. Qs were up $1.06, so not bad. Same thing. Everything had the same chart figure. We basically went up. There's another one hit the 200 MA. Even number at 120. Well, 119.99. You had double top here. You had to scalp that short, which I didn't see this one. I was in Google, but that would have been another great trade for an intraday scalp. So that's what we do here at StockBookie. We scalp intraday. We're taking swing trades. We're doing some option plays too. I've been doing testing a couple of my strategies out with doing vertical options and bear call spreads or bull call spreads. I'm learning that stuff right now. For usually I write calls and write puts, and that's pretty much it. I'll buy a put and do a call every so often, but writing puts, writing calls, and just playing the premium, that's what I like to do, guys. So KSS, please. What do you think about PYPL? All right, hold on, guys. Let me go through some of these still. So the Qs, we did close above the 20 MA, barely. So it's okay, but they had to push this thing up, guys, to get it above. Because once you're above all the MAs, all the weak technical traders, we're above the MAs. This thing's bullish. It's going to go up forever. So just be aware of that, and that's what they're trying to do here. You still had light volume, nothing crazy. Even look at the volume on Friday. We had some pretty good selling, and then today, boom, dried up. And guess what? We floated up a little bit. So Qs, nothing wrong with the Qs. The DIA, again, it was up, 100 points today, the Dow, whatever it is. They're trying, let me tell you. Trying to get this thing positive, guys. Anything they can. But you know what? We did close on top of the 20 MA. We are floating up on this one here. So really nothing wrong here. Bullish pattern. I'd expect higher prices, but at this point, we'll see what happens as the new year proceeds and we get through the first trading week of the year. So at this point, we could bounce up. Light volume still. Actually, the volume on this one wasn't bad today. and we were 91 cents up. So you have to respect it. We're still above the MAs, just like the rest of them. The IYT was a little bit, nothing crazy, but just slowly bleeding here. And this is the one that was always lagging, then it was leading, and now it's kind of lagging again. So you got to keep an eye on that. Kind of the IWM is okay position, but the IYT a little bit weak. Here was double top at 167.51, pulling back nicely with this one, guys. But you have to respect the fact that we did confirm below the 20 MA. Let's see if we just go sideways. Excuse me, maybe setting up for the next up move. But at this point, we'll have to get through this week and see what happens. Just, still light volume on this one, so nothing crazy. What is it? The USO. I'm at home today, guys, so bear with me. Hey, Happy New Year, Raj. How's it going? I'm feeling a little bit better, man. I can actually talk a little bit. My nasal congestion is going away a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But the U.S. interesting action on this. I don't even know what happened today. Maybe some news, but my gosh, this thing just collapsed. Whatever, an hour into the market, and all of a sudden, kaboom, we gap up nicely, almost into the, well, actually, we did hit the $12 area. As soon as we pegged that, boom, it collapsed. And I was almost looking at the SEO, and I should have added because it was at around $60. And I was like, man, are they going to shake me out of this one, or what's going on here? And boom, next thing you know, I look, and we're up $2 on the day on the SEO, going, what the hell just happened here? I only do options sold at 2% call spread early this morning. They expired OTM. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing some testing on this stuff. I'm trying to figure this out because I never played option, guys. Never have, and I'm starting to, because I understand that people don't have huge accounts, or even if they have a $10,000 account or a $20,000 account, it's nice to do options, especially if they're not using buying power, where you could get in 10, 15 positions, maybe $1,000 a piece, and you can make 1,000 on each one or whatever. So we're looking into that one. We're looking at doing a live chat with a bunch of different traders, looking at different setups. A lot of stuff's in the works, guys, for the StockBookie.com site. I just have to get to it to get it done. And I want to do like a little chat thing on there too, or instant messaging. So if I'm looking at trades, you log in, I'm saying, hey, scalp Tesla, boom, you can take the scalp and do it like that too. So there's different stuff going on. And like I said, if I end up doing this thing on StockBookie.com, then we'll get it going and more stuff. It'll be exciting. We'll always make money. I'll always have trades out there, and we'll just make stuff happen. So all right, we could do that 2 to 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday expiration. Yeah, I'm looking at a bunch of different stuff right now, Raj. We're gonna get a room on Google Hangouts. We were chatting with a couple people last week that come to the online session, and we had a great talk. I talked with a couple individuals about the vertical spreads and stuff like that. And with my technical expertise and doing some of that stuff, I think we can make a lot of money here. I put on a couple trades today, just testing them out on Thinkorswim, and actually it was pretty amazing. I think I put on 7 trades, and right now they're all in the money, and they're only like $2,000 buying powers. And they're all at least a couple $100 in the money. And it's like, wow, okay, I have 7 trades, couple $100 in the money. That's $2,100. Take them off, I'd be done. So it will be an interesting year, guys, with the options and stuff. Like I said, a lot of people don't have the money, nice size swing trades. So we're looking at option trades as well. And eventually we'll get some sort of a, like a hangout. We'll get people in there. We'll talk about the trades, what's the best spread to do, why to do it. And we'll just get a good group of traders together, guys. All right, but let's finish with the USO. Let's finish with the normal stuff that we usually cover. I don't think I'm going to do a video tonight on this, so I wanted to cover this. But yeah, man, this one went right up into this 1193 area, double top, and bam, right back to that trend line we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. And right now, this is a wild card. It was amazing. I looked at the SEO, and if you look at the chart on the SEO, hammered in the morning, coming off them double bottom here, a little bit lower, and I was like, oh my gosh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to get out of this trade. So I held strong, and the next thing you know, I'm trading Google, trading Tesla, and look back up, and we're up $2.82 or whatever it was. I was just like, what the heck is going on with oil here? It was incredible. But again, still alive in the SCO. gosh, what couple days, just get me to this $90 level and I'll be happy. I mean, that's a good size trade, but that's all I'm saying, guys. All right, let's go back to the UUP. UUP up again. You know, this thing's been chopping around on the daily, guys. We've been talking about this. That great bullish pattern. We did dip down. We filled the gap, and boom, right back up. We do have a little means some more downside, but nothing wrong with this pattern here for higher prices. If we look at the, I'm on my laptop, guys. I'm gonna upgrade my stuff at home soon. At least give me a couple more monitors and a better computer, and at least a mouse. I'm on the trackpad or whatever you want to call it. But again, nothing wrong above the MAs. A little bit stretched. I'd like to see a little bit more of a pull up, but next level on the UUP 27.14, then around 28, and then you have double top around 28.91. So be careful with this one. And then our gold trade, we were adding as this thing was coming down. This thing was up another 86 cents. So far, so good on the gold. You know, I wish I would have added a little bit more, but again, you know, we were waiting for pattern. If this thing consolidates in a bullish manner, I'm expecting higher prices here, but we need to get above this 110.98 area first. But we were adding at 115, 112.50, and then we added at 108. So still a little bit out of the money on this position because I was hoping for lower prices, but at least I'm in something here. So if it goes up 10, 20 bucks or whatever, I can make a good amount on this trade. I'll be married to this one a little while longer. Like I said, I don't have a full position, so if it comes back down, I'll add more. If it goes up, I'm not going to miss it. If you want to get long this one, it's not a bad area, but it could, we start at 50 and 108. So even if you started adding here, it wouldn't be bad. If you want to do 1,000 shares, do a couple hundred here. If it comes down, do a couple hundred more. Comes down again, do a couple hundred more, then add it to 1,000. You're only doing a couple hundred shares, do 100 here, do another 100. And if it goes to 102, 101, 100, add another one to the 300 shares or what have you. Buying, gosh, this thing came in. I'd have to look at some option plays to see if this thing, because I'm thinking this thing can go up and maybe do I think it would be a bull call spread and play it to where, in a week or so it closes above, maybe 110 or maybe the 109.49. But that's something we'll discuss down the road, guys. All right, let's see. So, all right, let's see. KSS. Happy New Year, everybody. It's been great so far. I'm home again with my kids. My kids are still at home from school. I believe they start up tomorrow or the next day. So hopefully I'll have some live sessions coming up intraday and we'll find some trades. We'll talk options. We'll talk whatever. I don't care. It's all up to you guys. Right now, KSS, we did come to this gap window. It's holding that, but this is a nice bearish pattern. Let's see if we maybe retrace up a little bit, then the next leg down. I'm still thinking 45.72 and then maybe 43.85 for Coles. I think this is Coles. But right now we're at the gap window, so go back. Yeah, it's holding this area. Let's stick a retrace in here. 618 maybe. Yeah, look at that, 618. So we got the 618. You're at gap window, so pretty good support here. But we are below the MAs. It is setting up in a bull or a bearish manner. Let's see if we can go sideways a little bit longer. Hey, Suzanne, what's up? Happy New Year to you too. NVIDIA, the calls. How about that one? Right in the money. Couple days, everyone's freaking out. Next thing you know, making money. And that's why, with that stuff, we just add slow. An option here, an option there, option here, nothing crazy. But next thing you know, I mean, it was NVIDIA. That thing was a high flyer. From 100 to 120, that's when we were adding the calls, or writing calls, I should say. So, but yeah, that one's coming in good. But KSS, yeah, this thing's setting up. Maybe get a little retrace back up to the 50 MA, but I wouldn't, if we start getting above the 50 MA, maybe hold on. Just hold that trade. Don't sell it all. Everybody, when trades go against them, everybody wants to take the loss. But when everybody has a winning trade, there's, oh my gosh, I'm making money. I'm making money. Hold. If you sold some today, that's cool. But hold on to some of those. We got a couple months. We're out until March on the NVIDIA call. Let them do. This thing's going to sit around. If we get up days, down days here and there, that's fine. But let me tell you, that thing's going to come in, and we'll go to, we'll look at the NVIDIA a chart too. So SAS is holding strong, bearish pattern. I'd expect lower prices to come to this one. We are short on this one. I'm just looking at the weekly here. Yep, 48 bucks. So that's going to be some support too. It was a nice, from this high pivot, we're coming in pretty good. So let's see if we can sell day here. I will think that one's one we can possibly make some good coin on. We are short that one too. I had a short trade on my Twitter account, and that trade, the KSS, let me look here, 48.74. Here's our average price, and so we're a little bit out of the money, but it's coming in. We did add a little bit more. We've been holding this one on for a couple months, so, and it went up in our face with earnings, but it's coming right back in. It's not a full position, so I'm not too worried. But you know what? If we get 4 or 5 bucks on it, I'm in the mode right now, guys. When we're getting positions and they're coming in, I'm pulling them and taking the money. I'm not screwing around anymore. We took some off of. Let's see, THO. I don't even know what the hell that one is. THO, we added more to the VLO position. We took half off the THO at 99.21 today, and we covered our Humana position at 196.26. This one got me a little bit last time. We still made a couple bucks, but you know what? If I could take off, almost $9 off the second half on a trade, I'm out. I'm done. So our Humana trade's closed. Our THO, we covered half. We added a little bit more at double top at 68.80. 61, and our average price on VLO short now is 68.81. So if you want my swing trades, ask me on my Twitter account. And if you're not in there, if you want to come in, just send me an email and say, hey, John, it's Paul, and my name is this on Twitter. Can you let me in? Because I'm trying to weed out the trolls, basically, because people just come in and they just start spamming and writing crap, and trying to keep track of my trades as the best that I can on Twitter. But eventually on my website, StockBookie.com, I'm going to have all that stuff in order. I'm going to have a sheet that tells all my positions, all the average size, and I can't take all the position. I think I got 75 trades out there on Twitter. I'm in about, hold on. I'm in about 30 of the trades right now, mostly half positions, some a little bit smaller. But you know what? Like Humana, if you have 300-400 shares of Humana on the second half, and you had 200 shares, it's $1,800, guys. That's a pretty damn good trade in my book. But that's why I'm learning options too, guys. I want everybody to start making a video. Notice it touched the bottom of the channel. It bounced. Note that 120 was the top of the channel and retreated. Yeah, that's. You know what, NVIDIA, we'll look at that one in a little bit. PayPal, PYPL. Yeah, this one's setting up good, guys. I mean, it's holding on for dear life. It popped up on earnings, comes right back inside bar, bearish pattern on the weekly. Let's look on the daily. We are short this one as well, and it's holding strong. But you know what? We're holding this one. I'm still thinking we could pop and go a little bit lower. We've been married to this one for a little bit. We got stuck in the earnings, but came right back down. I don't know if I hold on. Let me see. I sold half of that. A couple different brokers, guys. So I gotta see what's going on here. Shoot, which one am I? I don't even know what. You know what? A bit underwater on the trade, but it's like right there. I don't know what my average size is, and but yeah, PayPal, you're okay. You're still above the A's here. It's not bad, but looking at the weekly, it's a little bit of bearish setup and a little bit of an inside bar. I guess if you get above the 40, 45 area, then maybe a little bit higher. Holding strong in this inside bar on the weekly. Let's see if we get, if we get the markets to sell, these things can actually come in. And on this one, I'm only looking for a couple bucks, nothing big. If you're short, if you're long, I would tighten the stops. If you start coming back up the double top, I'd take it off. If you're short, just hold tight. We're looking at getting below the 20 and the 50, and then possibly some lower prices to come. Let's just stick a quick fib in here. Let's do this. Yeah, so we're below the 382. You still have a big fib at the 3801, which is the 618. You have the 750 right around 36.65. So yeah, nothing wrong with that one. You know, I would stick with it if you're short. And a couple of these trades, we're just gonna have to hold on tight, guys. You know, I have a lot. They've been slowly coming in, and we've been slowly adding. So, do you post your intraday trade? Yeah, I post a lot of stuff on StockTwits. The Tesla trade, show it to you. It's just hard, guys, typing and posting, and you know, of course, it's $4 down after hours, typical shit. But what are you gonna do? Every time I scalp this stock, I get a couple bucks on, and then it ends up going $10 lower. But I mean, as a day trader, you got to trade this crap. You got gap fill, you got double topping, you got the even number of 20. It went right into it, bounced around, and boom. As it came down, I sold half right here at around 218, and right when it hit the MAs here, I took the other half off for almost $4. That was the trade. I did post this and we call this a 3-bar surge into a big area. You're going to have a pullback. How deep it's going to be, I don't know. But trades like this, if you take a couple hundred shares, 400 shares, 500 shares, boom, boom, that's some nice cash, guys. Especially you're in this trade for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes. 90 minutes, guys. And that hit that perfectly. I mean, it's God, here we go. And then, you know, you got to look at it this way. So you go to the 60-minute too, and it's like, all right, so you got there. Next level could be 221, 222. So it could go another $2 on you. But then as well, let's see here. You stick a fib from here to the top. I don't know why I don't have that there. 64, you had a good area at 218.96. So you had some areas too where you're gonna, you know, where possibly some resistance. So that's why we took the trade on there. And then the Google trade we took intraday. That was another one as it was hitting the where do we get in at 806.15 or something like that. Then we sold half, bounced back up. We started adding, you know, at the 809.44 up in this area here. When we got to the 810, we added a little bit more, came back in, we took off half again, popped back up, came back in, took half off again, something like that. We're in a half position right now. We are a little bit in the money. Where's this thing now? It's down $1 after hours. So we're still in the money, but we did it twice, so we're okay with that trade. Went up on, let's see, PayPal went up today on high volume, expecting higher prices. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I don't, let's see the volume. Daily. Yeah, a little bit, nothing crazy, you know, but it had a nice reversal though. So you got to watch out. Didn't now if it would have closed above this pivot here and maybe got above that pivot, then maybe, but right now, you know, this is okay. This is a little bit bullish, but you're inside these bars, this bar especially here, and then you're inside this bar here. You can see it better weekly. On the weekly, this is the bar you're looking at. You need to close above, say 40.51, and then maybe more upside. As long as it stays inside this bar, this is a little bit more on the bearish side, even though you're above the moving averages here. So you got to watch out for that too. So no, you know, let's see here. We could look at NVIDIA. Yeah, the thing I'm looking at NVIDIA though, guys, this is the weekly. Let's look at that. Let's look on the more on the daily. Are going to wait until you're made whole on NVIDIA and the bounce, a close. Or is that stay short term? I'm Kenyon. I'm holding my short on NVIDIA. I'll play my calls that I wrote. I'll take the money off that one, and I'll scalp it still. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm out of the money still on this one. I'm gonna let it go. I'm not taking a loss on this one, and that's the bottom line. My bear call spreads 250 didn't get filled this morning. Would have made 50% gain. Yeah, damn. I did see that one though. It was cranking. That's why I'm testing. I don't know which ones I put on. I would have to get my Thinkorswim account going. But yeah, that was another good one. Tesla. Another good one was Google. That one was going up to do a bear call spread. There's a lot of stocks that were up where you could do that on easily today and be in the money right away. Netflix was one of them. What other ones? There's a couple of them that I put them on. Google, Netflix. I think I did one on Goldman. I don't have to look. It was like 6 or 7 of them. I took a couple of them off just to see how they work. I think they mostly expire this Friday, if not the next Friday. So we'll have to see how those go. Let's see here. I'm like a ninja. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, at my work, at my shop, I am the ninja. All right, hold on, guys. I'm a little bit behind again. Seems like someone helped there. Yeah, it's everybody who went on the spy guy. I did a little bit greater. That's what we do, is that we're in and out, boom, boom, we get the money and we run. Like, if you started shorting at 227, 228, this thing pulls back, 223, and then today it's at 224. That's a $4 move. You have 1,000 shares on the SPY, it's $4,000. So as this thing's coming in, you still have people in the morning shorting this thing. So as it goes down, the SPY or any of the indexes, so say this thing pops up, you got everybody shorting here, it comes back in. So then everybody who shorted the SPY up here, they're starting to cover this thing. And as this thing starts to squeeze back up, they're just covering. The next thing you know, it's going up. I don't know if there's people buying this thing, but I think it's more the short-term scalpers or short-term swing traders. They're like, hey, you know what? We got $4 bucks on this trade. Shit, I'm taking it off the table. Oh well. But for me, I'll go a little bit longer on these trades. Want to get it back above the MAs. That's like their going life every day. Get it back above the MAs. So, everyone, a technician, they're going to come back and go, oh, well, we're above the MAs again. Great. Who cares? We're strong. We're bullish. So you got to look at it that way too. Jay, I look at gold. That's it. Those are, you can't really, as a technical trader, I can't, those triples and stuff. Looking at gold, I think gold can keep going. I mean, even on the 60-minute, we have a little tail here, but if we could get above this 200 moving average, you could probably break out. We have a gap here around 111.63. We have a double top over here around 112.54. So, one step at a time, but it's looking pretty good for this thing to keep moving up. But again, just like it did back a couple weeks ago, was going up, kind of head fake, everybody piled on, and then they just shook them all out. So now we're just waiting for pattern. As long as we stay above this MA on the, just start consolidating for the next move up. So if you want to go long gold, just make sure you stay above this 20 MA. If it gets below it and closes and starts filling the gap and goes down, so play it like that. The SPY options expire today, it would have given us a higher payoff today. Okay, yeah, if you want tighter, sure. So, and then that's what I'm learning too, Raj. I'll get there eventually. Let's see here. What else here? I trade SPX options, expired today, expired tomorrow. 5 out of 6 turned out positive. Yeah, there you go, man. But that's flipping awesome. It's a small cap gold mining stock. Yeah, that's all it is. Oh, GDX isn't the leverage ETF or anything. Okay, yeah, but I just follow the GLD. So if you want to play all the other golds, play it off this one. But for the big resistance level, we did tap it today. 111, or the red bar here. If we could get above that 111, then I think we can start shooting up a little bit higher. So just keep an eye on that. And so far, so good. We're a little bit out of the money on the gold trade. We started adding around 115, 112, 108. We're slowly getting there. And it's hard to say, guys. This could be a total head fake. We go up to here, fill this gap, and next thing you know, we're coming. Just be careful with the gold. GS. GS still holding strong, guys. Went to the 20 MA. It was starting to look it up. They had to get it going because Dow 20,000 can't have Goldman sit behind and watch. So, but we did have support here at the 20 MA, and that's what we're bouncing on. This isn't a bad bullish pattern either, guys. I mean, this thing could take off, but if it doesn't take off and go for a double top, I'm thinking it's reversing. It's going to go straight down. 212, then you got some gaps down here too, and then ultimately the 173 area down in here. This went too far too fast, guys. Now they're just chopping it around. Again, I've been telling you guys for months, do not buy puts in these markets. This thing went up and demolished, and now it's just sitting here demolishing them some more. Monthly chart is extended. I'd expect at least 218.42. And then when this thing really starts going, you're looking at 200, and then you start looking at the MAs around 180 or so. But we'll see. Nothing wrong with this chart. Still holding on. Get everybody in. They're just baiting all the longs, and come on, it's Goldman, it's got to go up. I mean, you go from back in July from 137 to 241. Goldman Sachs, really? I mean, what happened here? Did they maybe they had upgrades or something out of the blue, straight up for no reason? I mean, come on, just like anything, what goes up comes down, and Goldman was a good one too. Goldman's been, they have some nice moves up, nice moves down, nice moves up, nice move down, nice move up, nice move down. Look at this move up. I'd expect lower prices. I wouldn't go long. I'd definitely be short in this one here. So just be careful with Goldman. Right now, though, nothing wrong. Maybe a bear call spread, or maybe, well, can't really write calls. I would like to see one big move up, and then, I mean, this would have been the point to write calls, or maybe right in here, and then this thing would be just depleting them right now. So write calls on GS. I would have to look at the chart just to see how, I mean, they're probably depleted right here. I would wait for one move up to the 250 area and then maybe write some up in here, but let's see what it gives us. Right now, we got to look for ones like Google and the other thing, guys, we have earnings coming up, so we can't really mess around. I'd rather wait until after earnings, let Goldman go up and then write them. And if Goldman goes down, so be it. We missed it. So on earnings plays, a lot of these high flyers, if they pop up on earnings, that's when we'll be writing calls, guys. And I'll be putting out alerts. I want to try to get something on my website, StockBookie.com, where you could just sign up for free, where at least I could get your email, and possibly I'm trying to find a WordPress app where I can actually get your phone number and find out, and your phone, Verizon or whatever it is, so I can send out text messages too. So I'm working on that as well. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, guys, and hopefully I can get this thing going. But I want everything, I like stock twits, but there, a lot of people troll and just spam you and stuff like that. So I'd like a place where I can just post stuff, you guys see it, make the trade or not, great. If not, whatever, intraday stuff. I mean, I'm going to do some more live stuff, and possibly do a go to meeting where where we just have our own room, no trolls. We get stuff done. Everyone can talk. We can, talk about trades, positions, stuff like that. So decent drop on Jack. Yeah, right. Oh man, we've been married to this one, but this is like the Goldman pattern, guys. Nice bullish pattern, and all of a sudden it's going to crap out. So I still think Jack's going to $90, if you ask me. It will stop here at 104, the even number of 100. You'll have some support around 98, or this bar here, but eventually this is going to give it up. It's just a matter of time. So we're a little bit out of the water on this one, but eventually it's going to be a $90 stock. But we shorted it over here too. We got our money out, and then actually we shorted it right here at 100. It pulled back to 92. We covered it, and then it went back up. We did it again, and we scalped it, and we started adding as another swing trade. And hopefully this one comes in sooner than later. But yeah, finally though, huh? Jeez. Less trolls on Twitter. Yeah, I still have people talking crap on Twitter, Kenyon. They'll come in and, how's that trade doing for you? And then, a couple weeks later, it's like, it's doing fine. I just covered it. That's what people don't get when you're only going 5% of your total portfolio, or 10% or 2%, you're not in huge positions. You're not all in. So a lot of these, if you're in NVIDIA and you're down 30% and you got a 10% position, you're only down 3% in your portfolio. So it's not a bad trade still. You start getting 10% down, that's just a killer trade. But 3%, that's nothing. We covered 7-8 trades in the last 2-3 weeks that were at least 3% of my portfolio. So it doesn't really matter. It's just another trade for us, guys. I sold 2 for customers this week. Seems like a safe play. I try to stay away from selling naked calls. Yeah, I'll do the naked calls if something's flying up, or naked puts if something's flying down. That was for GS. They're everywhere, but I feel like there are less 14-year-olds on Twitter throwing monkey poop. Yeah, no, it doesn't even bother me, but I would like to, I'm looking at possibly, if you log into StockBookie.com, I'm trying to maybe do a chat room in there where people can post stuff. And that's another reason why, if I charge $25 a month, that will eliminate everybody, all the trolls, period. And someone's not going to pay $25 a month to come onto a site and just troll everybody. So at least I know if I charge, you know, just a little bit. I know people are serious traders. People want to talk about trading. People want to talk about setups and just stuff like that. So that's my thoughts on charging people. I love to do a free thing, which I'll probably do at first, but eventually you charge 25 bucks, 50 bucks a month. You'll be getting good trades. You'll be, you know, listening to good traders. You know, I'm going to weed out the good traders and good setups, people who know their technicals, people who know their options, and we'll do a couple things like that. I just want to get a good community where we're all on the same page. We're all looking at different stuff. Because just like a lot of these trades, like the GIMO, I would have never have had. The GWPH, I would have never have had. The IT, I would have never have traded. The JBT, the what were some? There was a couple other ones. ADP. Gosh, what were there's a bunch of trades that I wouldn't even look at if it wasn't for you guys. So month is pretty steep. Not for most people. I mean, everyone I've talked to and I've seen, they're paying $100 a month. They're paying 75 bucks a month. Well, I guess, Kenyon, you won't be in the room then, brother. So the bottom line is, if you're in the room and I'm throwing out trades and you're making money, what you're going to get. So, all right, well, if you pay that range for a chat room, but comes with dark pool day, and that's fine. That's cool. Then I guess you could stick with them and hopefully make money with those guys. So, been a while, my friend. Hope the family is good. Your amazing holiday season. Short NVIDIA 111 sold today. Nice. There you go, man. Out of there. You know, just get in and get out. Seeing that, you know what? And Brian, if it goes up again, short it again or write some calls. You know, and that's what I would do. You know. So, but that's what I'm thinking with the charging and stuff, and they just keep people out. And if you want to come on board, great. If you don't, great. I don't really care either way. But I'll still do some live sessions here and there. But again, if I ever get it set up, then we'll talk. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I just love the trade, guys. I love to talk to other traders, trying to get different aspects of the market, different trades, different options, whatever, you know, whatever your strategy is, I want to learn it. And if I can implement my technicals to it, even better. So take your avid advice about taking profits when yeah, exactly. Covered a good chunk of NVIDIA at 99 before. Yeah, you know, and that's, you know, I'm stuck in NVIDIA right now. I'm married to it, but you know what? Each and every day, you know, like we covered X the other day, you know, which was the right move. You know, we're almost back to square one, but we pulled back and I was up almost 5% and I'm done. I'm taking half of it off. If it goes back to where I was, or maybe a little bit higher, I'll probably add a little bit more. But right now we're still in the money a little bit. We get one more dip down, I'm taking it off. We took some off of Tiffany's the other day. We took some off of Foot Locker the other day. And that's what we're going to just keep doing it. Oh, rinse and repeat, guys. Just keep doing it over and over. So what else here? On the IBB. Yeah, IBB went up again. Unbelievable. That trend line's holding it, though. You know, we came below. As long as we stayed below the moving averages, we were okay. But boom, came right back up. And they closed it. But this was like, we can't have the IBB down. Then the Nasdaq's going down again. Oh my gosh! Make sure we save the IBB today. Light volume, nothing really to do. But again, bearish pattern. We're still below the 20 and the 50, and we'll go from there. What about X and MLM? X, I'm still in. Like I said, I covered half of it when it was down here for a nice profit. I'm still in it from 35.22. So if it goes up past that, if it starts going up in here, I'll probably add it again and do it again. But right now, it's not bad short. We are confirmed under the 20 MA. Just need the markets to sell, guys. If the markets sell, I mean, this thing was up 5% today. Why? I mean, it's just freaking asinine, to be honest with you. Even the markets today. It's like, all right, let's get it to Dow 20,000 so people will talk about it, and CNBC will be the news all week. Dow 20,000, and that just hypes people in the markets again and gets all the suckers back in. So right now we have a little topping tail here. We have a little topping tail back there. So as long as we're staying below the topping tail and the 200 moving average, if this thing moves up, I'll probably add more and play it again. But like I said, I took half off of that one. MLM, this one's just been a freaking beast. Again, monthly chart play. We have a little topping tail here. I'm still thinking lower prices. I'm still in this one, holding on for dear life, but we're getting close, guys, getting close to the promised land. And once this thing comes back in, it's going to be lights out for this sucker. Let me tell you, this thing will be at least gap fill at 185 and then 172, 175 area. This will be coming in. But yeah, they've been holding this bitch up, let me tell you. It's It's been a pain in the ass. It's been a thorn in my side. I mean, look at this. Earnings or whatever the hell it was, and then chop. But this is one. Everyone buys a put. Oh my gosh, it's going to go down. Then they just smeared them. This would have been the time. Right calls right up here. This would have been a beautiful. This would have sucked out the premium like no one else. So, but yeah, no, this will come on too. It's a high flyer. Its time will come. So, what do you think for the bond? I am long a small position of the TLT. Yeah, the TLT, man, that thing's just been getting beat up. I mean, it's not bad. We are catching a little bit of a bearish. I had something. Hold on. I'm at my house right now, so I don't have my main setup here. So I only have so much on here because I try not to do too much at home. But I mean, right now it's just weak. You have this big trend line down there. That's going to be some support. So if you're long, you'll probably be saved down in here. But as long as it holds this, you should be all right. But ultimately, you need to get above this 200 moving average, and then you'll probably get some higher prices, just a little oversold. Get a bounce up. But if you do bounce up, let's up. Oops. All right, maybe I could get this right. I don't know what the hell happens here. Hey, look at that. It works. Maybe 123. I mean, if it retraces back up in here into 127 or so, then I would probably exit that trade. So right now it's not doing bad. You are below this 200 MA, which is kind of ugly, and you are consolidating for the last 5 weeks. So if the market's selling, everything starts to go. This could go lower, but if you start moving up, 123.56, 122.07, I would get the hell out. Say thank you very much, and maybe if it gets up here a little bit, if it does overshoot, maybe start shorting it again over here. But again, I would just be patient with this one. It is a little oversold from the 144. You could get a bounce, but keep an eye on the overall markets too. Let's see here. Well, right calls on Netflix. So we're going into earnings, Suzanne, so I'd rather wait for earnings, and then if it pops on earnings, then I would do it. Right now, it's just too much. I mean, right now, I love this inside bar setup back to the double top. I would definitely short it, but the right calls, you got to go through earnings. It's just not worth it. I mean, if you take a small position short, and if it goes up, at least leave room to add more. But it's a wild card, Netflix. I mean, this was last earnings. This earnings, they could go straight down. So just beware of earnings coming up with all the big names and everything. If anything pops up or right calls, if anything drops, we're just letting it go. At least my opinion. If you're in a TLT, just make sure you're reinvesting that monthly dividend. Yeah, I guess if you want to do that. Because whenever the dollar falls back, you'll make some good money. TLT are bonds, so if the market's sold, it'd probably go up. Yeah, probably. But if everything dumped, everything's going down. So I'm just looking at support. I don't really care what it is, to be honest with you. I could look at stocks with no name and try to tell you which way it goes. But right now you are into a little bit of support with these areas down in here. And that's what's kind of holding it up here. I mean, it just made it above there. I thought we'd definitely get down to here around 114, 115. That would have been the area for me, but we'll see if it goes up. I mean, there was a nice little sell from here. You had the upper trend line coming from these highs here. So that was your pretty much mark in the sand, and then came right back down. You have a good area here, and also you have the big trend line there. So they even if it does come down around 114, 115, you have great support there. That's where I might be a buyer, but we'll see how that goes with that one. Let's see here. But the IBB, that was interesting today. They had to hold that one up to keep it going. What else was some other one? Oh, NVIDIA. Let's look at NVIDIA. I don't even know. Did I look at that one? NVIDIA on the daily. Let's see. Yeah, the daily, we held the 20 MA. We held gap fill at 101.64. Where was the last price? 101. So it did close above 102.01. So we did close above the gap fill, and we closed that. So slightly, it's still in a strong stance. You're above the MAs, but we did fill the gap. And now, but what I like about this, we closed below all this here, right in this area. So that tells me it's a little more on the bearish side, but this could be the area where it could bounce and retrace one more time, and then possibly the next leg down. So you got to watch for that play. But right now, this one's a little bit weak. And on the monthly, it's still way too stretched. I mean, and then finally it's starting to hold, but it's holding the 101.64 area. Let's see if it starts to come back in. If you look at a retrace here, there's some areas where it could possibly come back into 96 and 83, 72, 61, and then maybe the $50 area. But we'll have to see how this one plays out. A lot of the high flyers will come in. It just takes a couple months to come back in. So ACIA, same thing. I mean, it's like this thing. Look how much it went up and it's straight back down. Gosh, it's still going down. This one's funny. Like a bearish pattern, still looking weak. Is that a gap fill or something? Well, you got a little pivot here around 58.68, and then you got another gap here around $52. I still think this thing can be a $45 stock. Still looking weak. You had a head and shoulder top that played out to a T. And now we're setting up to go lower. I mean, this thing's a turd just like the rest of them, just like the Twilios, just like it's Acacia. It's got to go up. But they said, Kramer said, I mean, honestly, if this thing starts to go, shit. You got a gap fill here around 44. You got double bottom around 26. I don't know what these guys do, but a lot of these high flyers come in, they set up, and they just go lower. LN. Yeah, there's just not enough on here. This is a new issue, and it's just at the lows. But right now, inside bar, setting up to go lower. Daily. Yeah, daily, same thing. What's the volume on this one? 383,000. Yeah, this is a bearish pattern. Unless it gets above this 20 MA, then it could possible higher prices. But if it stays below the 20 MA, the all-time low, which is right around 33, 34, this one's going lower. You'll probably go to even number at 30, and then 25, then 20. But yeah, that's looking ugly. To go down. I don't know if I'd short it. I don't know what this is, but with the light volume, they can always squeeze it up on some news or some crap. Oh, and Twilio. Oh yeah, huge dump. I was giving everyone 27. There's a gap fill down there. Everyone laughed at me. When I was shorting at 66, everybody laughed. You're a dumbass. Da, 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 da. Yeah, dumbass now, aren't I? Then as it hit this area, I was like, all right, it almost filled the gap there. Be careful. And then it popped up. And do we go long Twilio? But it's in China. I mean, and Kramer said, then it comes back in, bounces up. Can we go long now? No, not yet. It needs to get above the 50, and needs to get above this pivot. Don't do it. Just let this thing go. Right move. Look at that. Fill the gap at 27.27. Now it's going for double bottom 23.68. I don't know. $20 maybe. Out at 23.68 for long. The problem is if the markets are dumping for whatever reason, this thing's going to 20. So I would wait. That's my, hey, you waited this long, I mean, good thing that you didn't go long here, at 37, you'd be at 30, you'd be at 26 right now, but this thing was setting up. I was like, the pattern's just starting, almost looks like the gold pattern. And all of a sudden collapse. Where that this thing can easily go to 23.68 and then possibly lower. Just be ready for that. If it gets down to 20, then maybe take a stab for it. But at that point, it's a 20 even number, and that's pretty much it. It's not support. It's not anything. This double bottom would be okay, but I don't even know what these guys do. All I know is when we had a topping tail and never confirmed, this was a dead-on short. And that, unfortunately, we took about one, I think. And, of course, it went another 20. But that's trading, guys. Can't get them all. But, just try to get short-term gains and rock and roll them. That's all we're trying to do here. What were some other ones, though, that we're getting pretty much this one's finally coming in, CSC. I don't even know what these guys do. We are short. We are in the money now. We did cover half before, and now we're riding the we covered half and then added. Now it's back in, and I'm still thinking at least 55.68, then $51, and then I'm thinking $48. So if it gets down to 54, a couple more bucks, we'll take half off again. If it gets to 51 or so, we'll take the rest off. So we'll play it that way. Let's see here. True, however, last year when the market cratered 14%, went from Twitter was rallying almost every day. Yeah, that's Twitter though. But whatever. If you want to go Twilio, great. Whatever. If you want to buy that, then buy it. Not for me. And if that's what if you think Twilio is a good buy down there, then rock and roll it, man. I'm waiting for lower prices though. I'm still thinking 23.68. And Twitter's a news-driven stock. So how can you how can you play the markets and say Twitter, all Twitter needs is a buyout, and then Twitter goes up for 3 weeks, and then when the news slows down, then it craters. So you could play it for a momentum play on news, but yeah, a lot of stocks went up when the markets go down, but it's all on news or earnings or crap like that. So it's not a true market. But let's see. Apple finally went positive. Oh, Humana had a good dump today. Covered that one. Got the hell out of that. Finally, got my ass kicked on Humana before. Had to sit in it, and finally, right here when it dumped out. That's when we said, you know what, get me out. Actually, here I don't think we covered it. It popped up, came back in, covered it there, and then I think we took a couple bucks on it, and then it went straight up. We started adding, and today we covered it when it hit the 50 MA on the daily. So that was going to be a little support right in here. Boom, it was, bounced back up, took it out, we're done. But Twilio, I don't know. Someone commented with Twilio before on stock twits. They're in China. They got 3 billion people. They're going to go up. And that's when its stock was like 67 bucks. Is that all right? Well, we'll see about that. So, and I think that guy blocked me because I went to talk crap to him. So, what's another one? iRobot we're short in. That one's slowly coming in. That's another one that's a high flyer on the monthly. Just look for high flyers, guys. I've been telling you that for a while on the monthly. Look at this thing stretch. This thing's going to be a $38, $39 stock eventually. This is a good short right here, I think. If it pops up a little more, just don't load the house. Just get ready to add more. Earnings might, take it up or down, but just don't get crazy in it. A good one. What else here? Tesoro, that one's still a thorn in my side. That just won't give it up. But a monthly chart, this thing's going to come back down eventually. It just takes a little time. Something, they take their sweet ass time, and then people just get tired of. I'm just going to take the loss, and then you take the loss. 3 days later, it's down 10 bucks. That's how this shit works, guys. Tesoro, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I think this was all news, but you go from from June at 36 to 150, it's going to pull back. How far it pulls back, I don't know. But that's what I'm looking for. We're short this one. I have a short trade. Let's see if I can actually do this. When this thing starts to go, I'm still thinking 119, 103, and then actually 89, I'd say 100 even number, and then 90 bucks. But it's going to take time, guys. It's a monthly chart. I don't know if it was, news or a buyout. Everything's a news. Everything's a buyout. Everything's stock buyback. Everything's this, or Elon Musk tweets and don't short my stock. It's all news-driven crap. That's why I don't even have CNBC at home anymore. I canceled that tier of my cable because I don't want to watch that crap anymore. I watch Bloomberg at night just to see the futures now. Someone posted that they entered Twilio in the mid-40s before the top near 70, never took profits. It's still, yeah, you go from 40 to 70 and you're not taking profits. It's like dry ships. And then all the idiots are, I'm buying dry ships, 10,000 shares here. Come on, dry ships. And now the thing's at 363. You're in at $2 and this thing goes to 100. You're not selling. A lifetime right there. And then look, the next day it closed for 3 days and it opened and went straight down. And people here, they still had a $50 trade from 4. I'm going to hold it. Do you typically look at market profile and value? I look at nothing but charts. I follow the daily, weekly, monthly, and the 60-minute and the 10-minute for intraday. I use the moving averages. I use the MACD. And that's it. Double tops, patterns, stuff like that. The more crap you get involved in a stock, or you start looking at fundamentals or any bit of news. I mean, earnings is one thing, but you start looking at 20 different things and listening to the talking heads, you can never get a good trade out there. If you want to short NVIDIA, the high flyers, even if it's starting to go towards 120, if you didn't have a position, you have to short this thing. I don't care what it is. After a move even from 67 to 120, you're not taking profits here. And people, you get upgrade, stock of the year, upgrade, stock of the year. What? I never heard of stock of the year. What the hell is that? So stock out of bag holders on Microsoft from 2000. And this is why we're short this thing. I mean, at 2000, you got to buy Microsoft. You got to get in. And look at that. They came down. They sat in the later at break even. You're just getting the hell out of it. You're going to hold. I'm going to hold on to that for long term. Well, shit, 16 years. What the hell did it give you? Nothing. So why the hell at this? I'm surprised it's still going up, because you got a lot of the bag holders, I would think, would just get the hell out of this thing for a break even and say I gave it a shot for 16 years and it gave me nothing. Yeah, more like, but just crap like this where, you know, that's why we're short Microsoft. We covered half. We added it as it was going up, and hopefully it goes right back down again. But double top from 2000, you gotta short it. But this is what it's going to look like. And then NVIDIA too will probably come right back down. But it's remember this Microsoft, you got to get in, and then straight down off. Just like it's NVIDIA, just like it's Apple, just like it's Twilio, Acacia, whatever. They all come back down to earth. Just the way it is. Like THO. This is another one. They sell Winnebagos, or what? I don't even know what they do. It's a stretch chart. Nice topping tail on the monthly. This one's going down. I don't care. We're short. We covered. Ride this down hopefully for another $5-6, and I'm done. It'll probably go down to maybe 73, but you know what? I'll take that money and hop to something else. Don't care. SPY, yeah, SPY covered in the beginning. SPY's okay. We're above the MAs, not doing too much. You know, the crooks closed are right on top of the daily M20 MA. Try to close it at the end of the day above it, and boom, guess what they did? About 10 cents above it. You know, they can't even help themselves. As long as we're above the MAs, everyone's bullish. Got to buy selling yet because everything's good. You know, as it's going up and doing this, all the smart money's getting the hell out. They're distributing up here. They're not buying up here. The dumb money's buying up here, the retail money. 2,000 shares of NVIDIA at 116 covers. Yeah, exactly. Goodbye. See you later. That's what you got to do. And don't look back. Who cares? If it goes up again to 116, short it again. And that's all you do. You know? More like short of the year, MJNA. I don't even know what that is. MJNA. Oops. MJNA. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what this is to do. It might. Let's look at it on the monthly chart. Yeah, monthly. Look at this thing. Jeez. Yeah, so some sort of news is coming out or something. But yeah, I don't play that. All you need is a little news and it'll go straight up. So I don't know. Whatever this does right now, you're above the MAs. A little bit strong. As long as you stay above the MAs, you should be okay. If it goes below the MAs, it's going bye-bye. I'm stuck at 130. Yeah, you'll be fine, Brian, with that one. 130 on the IWM. It just takes time. What do you think they're doing? The small traders are buying puts in these markets. I'm buying puts, and every month they get creamed. So then they go on and do it again. Let's buy some more puts. It's got to go down. And for how many months now? For pretty much since October, this thing has done nothing. If you bought puts, you know, on this rally up here in October, you could be getting slammed. Now, if you would have wrote puts, you'd be making freaking tons of money. But right now, that's not the time to do it. So, you know, we'll see. I guess we'll short the SPY tomorrow. Oh, maybe. We'll see. You know, we're going to have light volume this week still, guys, so I wouldn't really go crazy. If you have positions on, just let them play out. And the SPY, really, we're just watching to see where we close. There's really no pattern here. I mean, it's slightly bearish coming in here. Let me take this out. Oops. You know, you're slightly bearish. You did close right on top of the 20 MA, and this is a nice little inside bar, but this did confirm, and now we're above it again, so this is pretty much wiped out. But this little, you know, inside bar, you know, slightly bearish. You're still above the MA, so it's slightly bullish too. You have some big resistance here, just like you have big support coming down here. So right now they're going to chop it around for another freaking month into the next options X. They're going to take everyone money again. All the puts money is again. That's what these guys are doing over and over and over. All you got to do is short puts. I mean, I wouldn't do it now. The time would have been shit back here. This is when you'd be writing puts. These were epic. I mean, these were all 100% moves, dude, just to see what's going on. I did a couple of these plays on my own, made 50% on them, but they all went to zero. Every time you wrote a put right here, it's going right to zero every time. And they're going to probably take it until January, February, but who knows? She did raise the rates. Do we go down? Hey, what's up, Rags? How's it doing, buddy? Good talking to you the other night, man. Just going through, so I'm at home sitting with the kids, just trying this live session again. I'm gonna be done with it shortly, though. I gotta get going. I actually have to go back. My wife gets home, and I gotta go back to the shop and do some work. And I got a lot of stuff that's due on Thursday with some of my bigger clients. So I actually have to work my other job, guys. May want to wait until the SPY tomorrow goes above today's highs. For shorting, I'll be writing call spreads tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, right now it's just let these markets play out. Let's get some direction in here. For me, I'm short a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to let these shorts keep playing out. And in the meantime, I'm going to do some intraday stuff, whether it's scalping or write some more calls, or I'm going to try doing some more of those bear call spreads or whatever I was doing today. Hey, Rags, I was did a couple test trials on the bear call spreads and stuff. And actually, I think I put like 7 on or 8 of them on today, and they all came in today for at least a couple $100. And I think the biggest buying power was around $2,000. Too bad. So, just testing them out, brother. But thanks for the info, man, the other day. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's it right now, guys. Not, looking at, let's see what else. Apple, I did a video on Apple. That one's holding strong. We did hit the 20 MA today. I was looking at for a long on that one too, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. I thought maybe a little bit lower. EMA wasn't really a lot, but it did get a good bounce, so you got to be aware of that one. And then DPZ, that was the other one. It's slow. It's trying. It held on to double bottom here, though. Gosh, almost there. Almost covered the second half on this one. I really want to get to the 153 or maybe even the 151. We'll see. But I like this bearish pattern. If you're short DPZ, this one should start to come in a little bit more. I'd love to have the gap fill. If it fills the gap, I'll definitely be out of that one. So try out SPX bear call spreads. Yeah, I'm going to look at that tonight. So yeah, I'm going to pull up our Think or Swim. We'll go over those charts, or not the spreads I did, or vertical spreads, whatever the hell they are. But we talked about them last week, and just different strategies for people with smaller accounts. And I want to cater to everybody here, so everyone's making money. That's the bottom line. The short thing goes up. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what? We added shorts here. We covered half here. We added shorts here, and we covered half. It twice. Go be out again. Either. You take 400 or 500 shares. This is a nice trade, at least to me. So AGO. All right, this will be the last. Ooh, AGO. Monthly. Yeah, I think we talked about this one last week. Let's see. Is that it on this? Monthly extended. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to give that one a stab, I don't know what it is. If it's a news-driven stock, then be careful. But Suzanne, this is one. Maybe write some calls on this one, but I'm not sure what I would have to leave up. It was up today, yeah, $1. I just don't know what it is if it gets news. But look at that, nice pullback, nice retrace, a double top. Let's see if we could go to the $40 number. If we could go 40, 41, I'll put an alert out on this one. Maybe do a bear call spread on this one. Maybe go a week or two out, and we'll play it to close below 41 or something, or 40, depending on where it's at. Right? You can easily fetch 10 to 20K with SBA call spread. Give your attention. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Raj, I know, man. I know. That's why, we'll get, Raj, send me an email, buddy. If you have a Gmail account, Raj A, send me your, if you have a Gmail account, send me an email at stockbookie@gmail.com, or look me up and I'll add you to my Google Hangouts. Guys in there right now, we've been talking strategies, and that's something I want to build up, especially at stockbookie.com, where we go in, we enter the chat room, bunch of great traders in there, and we all have people use my technicals and kill this market. Let me tell you, if I had 50 guys in here and we're all looking at stuff like right now, Rags throws up this one, AGO, stock? Hell no. But you know what? This is a good trade. But, you know, we still are above the MAs, a little bit stretched. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, we looked at the monthly first. Yeah, that one's getting stretched. But I would say, you guys, it's an insurance company. Hard to say. We'll see if we could get it up a little bit more, but you could probably start doing something here. Maybe do a bear call spread and do something under, you know, 40 bucks in a couple weeks or so. You know, but again, we are going in earnings. Keep an eye on all this stuff and then go from there. No, I hear you, man. 10 to 20K. I'd love to add that to my arsenal. That's why I'm looking at, you know, we talked about this bear call spreads and the buying power. Gosh, even if you had a $20,000 account, killing it, guys. So there's a lot of stuff that I looked at, you know, that I'll have to look at. I've never really played options other than writing puts, writing calls, straight out puts, straight out calls, and then go from there. Wish I knew how to do all this stuff and could help you out. Most I can do is just be a viewer. I have a Gmail account, though I believe emailed you in the past. I don't know. I was screwing around with this on the 31st. It was Rags. Who else? Luis in there, and I think one other guy. But we had 4 or 5 guys, and we were talking strategy, and it was a great session, guys. Next time, I'm going to have the charts up there so we can share it and we can start pulling stuff up. But yeah, this is what I want to do. And like I said, if I charge even a minimal amount, just sent you an email. All right, cool. But even if I charge, like I said, the 25 bucks or 50 bucks a month, trolls out. That's it. And that's what I'm, you know, for someone who's going to come in and just spam the place, they're not going to pay 25 bucks a month. They're just not. And believe me, guys, it took me 8 years to develop the skills, but technically, and we're going to make money. That 25 bucks or whatever I charge, you will get your money back. Even intraday, if we're doing live sessions, Tesla was epic, and Google, I'm still in Google a little bit in the money, but those are 2 great trades today, and every other day I'm making great trades. So you can't tell me Prince was there. Yeah, Prince was there too. So we had a great session. I want to learn more. I want to teach you guys. But you know, like they say, nothing's free in life. So I just want to build a good community of traders with no frickin' trolls and nobody, you know, because sometimes in the live session, guys up there and they'll just be spamming the chat feed and, you know, with one BS comment after another. And after a while, it's like, okay, this is great. You know, this guy doesn't want to learn anything. All he's doing is spamming. So get him the hell out of here. You know what? 25 bucks a month, jerk off, and you won't be here anymore. So what else here? Anything else, guys? Humana. Yeah, that one came in pretty good. But they're all slowly. This one, IT, almost. This one was a good one, too. We've been short. A little bit more I would have pulled off. I'm trying to get a couple more bucks on this one, and I'll start chiseling it off. So I'll be here supporting. Keep the group. Hey. Oh. $5 a month, really, in 2 days. I was the guys who taught me, I begged them and pleaded with them, and I ended up saying, hey, what if I pay you guys to teach me? And they actually did. But you know, we ended up doing a go to meeting, and you know, they ended up doing this other stuff, you know, just for a couple of guys, and we paid these guys. And you know what, I had no problem. And I was paying these guys $300 a month to teach me. But you know what, at the end of the day, I was making well over $300 a month, so it really didn't matter at the end of the day. But just think, I had $300 I was paying these guys every month, and then I was paying $200 for my chart. So I was $500 just without even trading. And so, you know, if people are bitching for 25 or 50, then I guess find another trading place or something. But spread I have, guys. US. I had to look up the gate today. I was like, oh my God. SEO, what the hell's going on here? And then lo and behold, oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Gosh. And that's not manipulation, huh, guys? You know, that's just unbelievable if you ask me. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut this right now. I might come back a little bit later tonight with my couple other things on, a couple of those trades I took today with the bear call spreads, and that's really interesting stuff. And thanks to Regs You're awesome, brother. And then Raj too. Raj, we're gonna look you up too. I'll add you to my StockBookie at what? Your email, StockBookie@gmail.com. I'm gonna have the StockBookie or John at StockBookie.com. I just got to set it up. I think I have team at StockBookie.com. Something like that. And no emotions too. If you want to join the crowd, send me an email on your Gmail. We'll put you in the room too. And that will be maybe 6 or 7 of us. Suzanne, if you want to join too, send me an email with the Gmail. Send everybody, send me an email. Let's get. I'm going to do a trial period of GoToMeeting. I think they give you 50 users for a month or so. So I'd like to, get everyone's emails, send an email, say, hey, it's all us. We have no spammers, nothing. And we could get down to business and start making some money. Almost like a round table where we can all discuss and say, hey, we're all looking at IT or a SPY. Option is it a bear call spread, or is it this, or should we just short it, or maybe write calls, write puts, or just do we buy a put? And if we do buy a put, what's the best one? Because I'm finding out even if you went 4 months out in the last 4 months, your put's getting smashed. That's it. What time tomorrow morning? I'll let to see. I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. I got to see a couple. Again, there's so much on my plate, guys. I wish I could get everything done by myself, and with the subscription, with chain crap, and run a business, 3 kids and a wife. It's pretty brutal, guys. It's a new year. I'm going to try to make it all happen, and let's try to make some money in these markets. Let's try some new strategies, because like I said, I'd like to get some bear call spreads or bull call spreads, whatever, just to make, put the small guy in a good position too as well. Team Bookie, yeah, roundtable, you got it. Yeah, but I think it's team, hold on. I would try team at StockBookie.com. That's one of the emails. So I have the website, the StockBookie.com. That's my website. So let's see here. Yeah, all right, Raj, I just got your email. Cool. A couple people subscribed to me. I started the SPX options given 5 different minutes. All right, cool. Do much better than that. Would love to chat. All right, Raj. Yeah, we'll chat, man. I will. Let's see. I'll see how I can add you to the roundtable deal. So if anyone else wants to do and that they think they can add some of their experience and their trading style, just email me with your Gmail account, and I'll see how the hell I can add you to my well, I don't even know, Google Hangouts or whatever it is. I'm still learning all this stuff, guy. I know how to do the live session. I'm pretty good at that now, but that took me a little while too. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. And Team Bookie Roundtable, right? All right, guys, if I do anything live tomorrow, I'll send out an email. I'd like to do a session where we could possibly get some scalps going through. Even with the scalps, best way, just to say, just to throw this out at you guys right before we go here, let's just look at Tesla. And of course, you could just buy a put, but just say, this thing's going up, and I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to take Tesla short at 220. It's got a gap fill in the even number. What would be the best play to play this to get the optimal amount of money out of this thing? Whether it's a put, is it a bear call spread? Is it a diagonal? Is it writing calls? What would it be? Send me an email. We'll talk about this, because my thing is, if I don't have to go in this account with, 500 shares in a huge freaking position, I hate, but $10 up in our face and we're done. But what would be a minimal risk trade with a bear? Both Tesla and Nvidia were gray scalps today. Yeah, they definitely were. This one I didn't throw out today. It's just tough. I'm on my computer. I'm trying to type. I'm typing on StockTwits. I was like, you know what? I'm taking a damn trade and I'm not typing shit. But I did post it after the fact. I mean, it was great. Gap fill, 220, even number, double top. You had to do it. And then we had a couple tails here, and then it was like, good night. That was awesome. But what do you take? Do you buy a put? Do you buy a put in the money? Because usually the puts, I really don't. I never ever take puts short. Intraday scalping. But if I were to, what would be the best way to go with these? That's what I'm looking at there. So, but we'll talk about that more in the next session, guys. But hey, thanks for coming to the live session. Hopefully I'm helping you guys out here. I go for bear call spread if it's a bit safer, a little risk. Can eat up the declining theta. Okay, all right. Yeah, Raj, we're definitely gonna have to talk. We'll bring in the I'll accept your however I do it in the hangouts and stuff, and then when we do another one, we'll get everyone together. Well, maybe we'll do it once a week or twice a week, and maybe like Rags we were discussing, maybe do an open session where people can just listen to us talking. Reva, hi everyone, still holding ADP puts for what do you think? Yeah, that's tough. Puts are tough right now. ADP. It is, it is it's trying. Let's see, daily. It went down today, but man, it went right back up. I mean, it's tough. This is a tough one. This is one where you'd write a bear call spread, especially if it pops up one more time, or write calls on this one if it comes up. Puts, they're just tough. Where are you out until May? Well, you got time on these, so they won't be too bad. But today was probably not a good day for the puts. But yeah, just be careful with these. I think the bear call spread would be better on this one, or just writing calls. But keep an eye on ADP, especially Suzanne. Keep an eye on this one. This one goes up a little higher. This one we can possibly write some calls. That's another thing too. If you can write naked calls, rock and roll. I love to do that. I've been knocking some out of the park. We had Amazon's back in November. I think Amazon 675 or 775, and that thing came in awesome. The premium was $43 on it, and we actually got the whole premium. It closed below our strike price. It was epic. Even on Google, we had one. We had a couple of them out there that just killed it. Granger, we killed it. Bunch of short calls on, or writing calls on those, and we were just killing them one after another. Old ADP 105. All right, yeah, exactly. There you go. I don't know what you had to close under, but yeah, I mean, if you give yourself a little bit of time, this one will come in. You just need a little bit of time. If you wrote a bear call, you need a little bit, but even if you close, if you close below, maybe 103, 102, I think that would be good. Give yourself a couple weeks, they'll probably come in. Still, minimum risk. Don't put a ton on. Just know that you can lose, but as long as you're, if you put 20 trades on, you have 15 winners and 5 losers, and they're all about the same price or same win and lose streak, and you don't have to worry about anything. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right here. But thanks again for coming to my live session. Subscribe to me on my YouTube page. Follow me on my intraday stuff at StockTwits and my swing trades at Twitter. A little bit more on, and then of course my website. Hopefully I get a little more on there where you can actually join, where I can send email out and stuff like that. And hopefully one day that stuff will be up and running. Maybe it'll probably be running in 6 months or so, and then hey guys, I'm launching my website. But hey, little by little, I'd like to get the chat in there, so hey, scalp, I could post it, and you guys can follow it and take it while I'm taking it. So John, you should try intraday scalping with options. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, Raj. I would love to do that. I just have to see, which would be the best ones to do. And the thing with the intraday scalping, which is tough, if you did it like a bear call spread or something like that, intraday scalping is pretty much click, you're in, click, you're out. You can't be messing around. So I would have to know, what platform will give me the best results to get in and out. Maybe it's the e-signal platform, maybe it's the Thinkorswim platform. I know the Scott trade is definitely not going to work. My other 2 brokers, I don't have anything with them, but I could talk to them about seeing what platforms they have for trading options. But right now it's really Thinkorswim, so I got to look at that one to see if that one will work for me. So other than that, guys, yeah, Thinkorswim, yeah, and I don't know if it would, work right. Again, I'm testing it all out. We'll see once the time comes to see. Maybe there's something on there where you could show me on Thinkorswim where it's like, hey, that thing's coming up. Let's get in there and get out. So, all right, guys, have a great evening. Let's see if I can actually shut this thing off. Oh, there it is. And thanks again for coming. God bless, and we'll see you on the charts. Take care, everybody.